which are still at critically low levels. Mabopane, Soshanguve L and Soshanguve DD reservoirs are still empty. There is no active supply in these systems at this stage, and the city's technical teams are facing difficulties in restoring flows due to the network's depletion.
A partly cloudy day with showers and thundershowers expected in Gauteng tomorrow. Johannesburg drops to overnight lows of 16 degrees, peaking at 26, Pretoria 18 and 28, and Vereeniging 17 and 27 degrees. Noluthando Ngeno, Eyewitness News.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
Comfort ends where Marawa Sports Worldwide begins.
Kunabantu njengoba siya ku-February 14 abange bathola ama-gift.
If it's shaking sport, we are already on it.
How often has this man stepped up when Spurs have needed him?
Yeah, this is a hard one to swallow. I think Frank is a great coach. We saw what he did at Brentford. I guess they have money to play with.
Respected journalist and broadcaster Jerry Cox joining us.
Hashtag MSW.
You know, it's becoming a sort of vicious cycle of pressure on the players to perform at home. They don't do it. The fans start booing. It gets worse. Confidence goes. Yeah, it's a mess.
Strong opinions, strong sources, strong sport.
Manje sinazokhothesana lana. Mina nginyanyisa indaba yenu ngize ngifisa ukuthi aphathe indungu nje vele ushaye nonke.
His name is Nhlanhla Shabalala. And how confident are you, though, that SAFA will comply, though, within the court's deadlines?
Should they choose not to comply, we must sue them also for the damages in relation to what the players have lost during this period of time.
You said SAFA is just as good as bankrupt. So even if you sue them, where are you going to get the money from?
Maybe we will go down in history as the people that have destroyed football by taking the federation to all heights and levels necessary. You know, this case is about the future of the football justice system.
Hashtag MSW. No protection, no PR spin, just accountability.
In 2026, two of the biggest franchises in South Africa and probably top 5 in Africa do not have women's football teams. It's sad, Rob. I mean, even churches have got women's leagues. Everything, come on, Rob.
This is where sport breaks, bends, and gets told straight.
The Orlando Pirates with Amstel, because the Orlando Pirates they just remove a common noun like a stadium and call that one rebranding. That is not rebranding, Mr. Marawa. You cannot rebrand a common noun like a stadium.
David, thank you so much indeed. You can't rebrand a noun.
Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live.
Neither can we rebrand the name of this show. It is Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
Let's go! The moments you remember. The games you can't forget. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.
Well, before I go to our guest that's on the line, I just thought, I'd share this with the bigger audience that we do have, especially when we break away throughout all the different regions, about this Ukrainian skeletal racer, Vladislav Herenskevich, who was barred from competing at the Milan Cortina Games after refusing the IOC's request to remove a helmet honoring athletes and coaches that were killed in the war with Russia. So the background is that the ruling came just, 45 minutes before the start, ending a very tense 3-day standoff. So the IBSF said that the helmet violated Olympic expression rules, though Vladislav himself called the decision discriminatory. Now, IOC President Kirsty Coventry, they had a meeting, met him at the track, but failed to change his mind, and later telling reporters that the outcome was made with a great deal of regret.
What I wanted to propose and what I proposed to him this morning and his dad was that we could find ways, because he also said, yep, when he goes down, it's blurry, you can't really see it. So I said, okay, based off of that, could we find a solution where we can pay homage to his message, to his helmet before he races? Then as soon as he's finished racing, going into the mix zone where you can see the pictures, right? Because he's very right, it would be blurry going down. So could we find another solution where the memories could be honored in a wonderful way? And sadly, we've not been able to come to that solution. I really wanted to see him race today. It's been an emotional morning. Yeah.
He was emotional as well. Could you share if the meeting got emotional?
You know, I think for me, I don't think we were in tears, but it was, he is an athlete, and for me, I was not speaking to him in that room as a president. I was speaking to him as an athlete. We have these rules in place to try and be fair, and also to try and allow for us to do both things, right? To allow for athletes to express themselves, but also to allow for athletes to be safe. And I really, truly believe that both he and his dad understand that.
That's the entire IOC president breaking down to tears about this incident. I don't know what you think about it. Very, very bizarre on many, many different fronts.
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
MSW. Why? It's multicast, Clara. You know the story.
When excuses run out.
Such behavior can only be rooted out by VAR, Rob.
The truth clocks in.
It's tough. It's tough.
Hashtag MSW.
All right, so last night, as we sat through here towards the end of the show, there was a big occasion that was going on. It was the magic of the Nedbank Cup, the draw that was being staged. The giant killers sharpening their swords, the heavyweights tightening their grip on silverware. So South African football is bracing itself for another unforgettable chapter. Now, last night, that live draw sent shockwaves across the country, setting the stage for a blockbuster round of 16 showdown. It is the mighty Orlando Pirates, fresh from a commanding 3-0 away victory over Army Rockets. They've been handed a date now with destiny at the Orlando Amstel Arena. And standing in their way is a team that calls itself the Believers. Hey, it's not a gospel group this, but they are the Believers. They're a football team. Castric Stars. I mean, they are in form right now. They are fearless, and they're back in the last 16 after 2 seasons of heartbreak in the prelim rounds. Now, this is a side, guys, that are determined to write a different ending. I mean, they're chasing history, a first major title, and what would be one of the great Nedbank Cup upsets. They remember the class of 2023, who were very brave and bold, but also stopped by a Soweto Giant. Now, another Soweto Giant and powerhouse stands before them, but this time, Stars arrive with a lot of momentum, though, from the Motsepe Foundation Championship and a lot of belief running through their veins. Pirates, on the other hand, they are hunting their 11th Nedbank Cup crown and looking to lift that trophy now for the 3rd time in 4 seasons. Can they do it? But I can tell you, though, that Castric Stars are chasing immortality. One giant, one dreamer, one stadium, one shot at glory. And joining us now is the man at the helm, the Believers man at the helm, the man who is the head coach of Castric Stars, Upaksa Mtombeni, as the side prepares for the biggest test of the season. Coach, thank you so much. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brother Rob, and ngiyabonga kakhulu, and greeting to all to the listeners.
You playing Orlando Pirates?
I think my big brother is a dream come true. My late mother was an Orlando Pirates fan, and my younger brother, Zake Mtombeni, is the Orlando Pirates fan. You can't believe, surprisingly, my 2 boys, my firstborn and his brother, Wandile Mtombeni and Mondi, they are both Orlando Pirates fans. And my name, I'm Pax. I think the dream has come true. Even the late Uncle Pramos Matlangu, he was also a tie out of the Orlando Pirates fan. I think that the dream has come true.
You're playing Orlando Pirates, and remind me of your name again. Your name is?
Axim Tombe.
So now, what do the Pirates fans say? They say up the?
Kupuga Mzomnyama. But I cannot now disclose who's my favorite team. But I think the dream of the names has come true.
Oh, Bucks, I mean, such an honor to have you. Thank you so much, man. It's about time we had this conversation. I've been monitoring everything that's been happening in the Motsepe Foundation Challenge there, and you guys have been having a great, great season. So congrats on the journey so far.
Thank you very much. It's still a journey. We are halfway through. We need just to focus and try to concentrate and take one game at a time, to not lack concentration like the previous years.
And given the beautiful history that you've outlined, you know, with the family and who they support and who everybody else supports who's a big Orlando Pirates fan, so the draw happens last night. I mean, was this something that you were secretly wanting in the back of your mind?
I think the history repeats itself in life. If one can tell, people will always will be all surprised. First season, I play 3 games away. My first coaching career in 2020-2023, I play Tongata away. I play Mkambata away. I play on the round of 16. We play against Kaizer Chiefs. Same, my brother. We went to play Black Leopards away. We went to play Amiraquats away. And then now it's Orlando Pirates, the last 16. I think the history repeats itself. But for me, I was happy, more special for my 2 boys and my brother and my late mom and uncle. If we play in Pirates, and it's a good test for us. If you can play, and then you wanted to get promotion, and you can play against Pirates and the likes of Sundowns and Chiefs in Nedbank Cup. I think it's good for us. It can also prepare us.
And I know it's a cliche here, Coach Bucks, but, you know, when it comes to Nedbank Cup, we always talk about the David versus Goliath affair. Are you ready? Have you got that stone in your sling? Are you about to unleash something powerful?
But Mr. Robbie, we're gonna give it all. Let me promise the fan. They will enjoy the game. We play whenever we are playing a friend against the one of the top team. I think the boys give it all. It doesn't even need me as a coach to motivate them. They always fight, and then they give it all. I think everyone is ready. But for now, I don't want to talk about the next week game. I'm focusing on my next fixture on Saturday, Hungry Lions.
Yeah,
away.
I know you're playing away against Hungry Lions, but just a quick one on Nedbank Cup, because you know it's fresh out and a lot of people might have missed the draw yesterday, but that's one that stood out. That's why we were like, hey, no, let's bring Prapax in. Let's chat about this thing, because now, as much as the game against Hungry Lions is important, where does the focus lie for you? The importance of a cup game like this, which gives you not only just financial input into the bank account, but it gives you a lot of clout football-wise. Or do you still keep knocking on the door and saying, guys, you know, let's keep believing. Maybe let's be the outright winners of the Motsepe Foundation. Let's be at the top of the table, because it's a 3-point gap between yourselves and Milford. But here's this opportunity where you guys can actually make history now.
Yes, Mr. Robbie, the problem of us as coaches, we need not to choose games. You cannot choose games, you see. Because of now, if I can say me, I only focus on winning the league. That's my priority. It's everyone's know, even the fans want the league more than Nedbanks. But now, if now I'm going to play Pirates, and then if I play Pirates, then I start saying, I don't want this. And then I becoming embarrassed, and then the brand is not right. I take each and every, I prepare for each and every game as it is. If I will give it all on Saturday, and then on Sunday, then I'm start preparing for Pirates. If one might be, and then we're gonna give it all and try to win the game at all costs. We know Pirates. You see, today I was making a joke, and whenever people call me, my phone never stopped. Even from last night, you know what I said? I say, guys, who went to the bush and get the lion waiting for a buffalo. And when we start now making a noise for it, we need to face the lion. Pariet, I know it's going to be a lion on the day, but it's David versus Goliath, definitely, my brother. I'm going to give it all. And then come Saturday, people will see a different ball game.
You're a believer, right?
I am a believer, my brother. And God perfect is always God timing is always perfect. We'll make sure that people watch a beautiful game.
And that nickname should not be taken for granted.
Definitely, my brother.
Good evening, Rob, and the listeners from the MSW and the stakeholders. Rob, I feel sorry for Bucks Mtobeni because he's going to be beaten by the Buccaneers, by the Bucks. So, but anyway, I believe and I hope we will be proud after the game, playing against a mighty Orlando Pirates. And I feel sorry for the Nedbank Trophy. It feels like an offense because nobody's defending it. Imagine there's no defending champion for the Nedbank trophy. The trophies feels like it's alone. But anyway, I believe and I think Pirates will take it back. That's where it belongs. This is Richard Munya from Port Glen. Rob, great show as always.
Thank you so much. Hey, Brapax, they're writing you off there. But let's focus though on what Pirates bring. I made mention of the fact that they are chasing their 11th Nedbank Cup title, but I'm sure you're able to watch them because their games are regularly on television. Have you spotted any weaknesses, though, that you believe that Castrick Stars can exploit?
No. I don't want to lie. I'm going there as an underdog, and I'm happy to be underdog. But I'm not. It's not going to be the walk on the park. We're going to give it all. Remember, I was even today telling my family this game will be watched by more than 30 million people plus, and then plus our chairperson, Mr. Ivan, will be watching. We cannot go there and just spoil people not enjoy football. We needed to make sure that we prepare. And then in the field is 11 versus 11. There is no weakness. It's the best team. It plays good football. And look at the fact that they got more than 7 plus 9 players that are going to World Cup. I cannot say I'm just going there and kick them out. But remember, football, there is no therefore.
That one is true. I can't argue against that one. But do you believe, though, that when you look at the greater ambition within your team and the improvement that you've had, what would you say Castrick Stars have improved in if you compare yourselves to last season? Now, as a coach, as a mentor, as a father figure to these young athletes, where do you think you've improved collectively?
Consistently. I think this season we are very consistent. If you can look at from game number 1 to game 17, we're always number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2, and then the gap between us and number 1 is only 3 points, and we have beaten all the teams from all the big what you call the big six. You are called Milford, Hungry Lions. And then Cape Town City. We have beaten everyone, Black Leopards, Baroka, Starks. None of them that they collected more than the points from us. If you ever, the West Raiders was a draw. I think I will simply say we are very consistent. And look at the players that we have signed recently. We have just signed Tikazi from Richards Bay. And he was playing for Royal AM, a very good boy. I even compare him like with Skarango Besa, but I think he's still young. You need to grow. We signed Chabalala. He's experienced from Chipa United. I think we have even beefed up the squad better. We have signed 2 boys from Kaizer Chiefs, MTC winners. Even last week, I think we brought them in, and with the combination, they score a goal. I think we got quite a number of the balanced team. And then for the beginning of the season, I respect Pirates, but on the day, and then people will watch a beautiful football.
Right, Bucks, I've got to run quickly, but I need to sign a deal here with you on the air. Is that okay? Very quickly. I always wanted to have you come through to the studio. And I still want you to come through to the studio. So there's only two conditions as to how that can happen. You bring the trophy, the Nedbank Cup, into studio, then you and I have a beautiful sit down. Or number two, you win the Motsepe Championship Foundation League and you bring that trophy into the studio. The choice is yours.
Definitely, Rob. At least for now, let me take one. Some of the things are out of my control. I salute Parrot. I respect Parrot. They're in good form. And then come Saturday, just that I want people to watch beautiful football. But I promise, my brother, one, I will definitely come to your studio with something.
Tata, up the Bucks. Bucks Mtombeni. Thank you so much, my brother. Beautiful conversation. Wishing you the best of luck and a great season ahead.
Thank you to the listeners, my brother. I will definitely, this one, I will bring something for you at the end of the season. Thank you, my brother.
I love that commitment. Bucks Mtombeni, thank you very, very much indeed. What a conversation. Lots of your voice notes. I'll pick them up and put them on the air straight after this.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
It's the season of love. Celebrate with the KFC Love at First Bite menu. Oh, why not go-karting? My sister in romance, you can either win his heart or the race, not both. And then he'll say he got the slow card. And have you seen yourself in a hairnet? Your way. It's not giving. No, man. Keep love simple. Get a Sweet Crush or Heat Rush Red Bun Burger for $59.90 only on KFC's Love at First Bite menu. KFC, it's finger licking good. T's and C's apply.
Get Spar's super savings at every store, in every aisle, every day. Buy 1 kg Spar French, garlic, chili or chicken polony for $32.99 each and save 11 Rand with Spar Rewards. Or 1 kg Spar Daily Spread Tub for $38.99 each and save 8 Rand with Spar Rewards. Now that's super savings. Price is valid from 9 till 22 February while stocks last. Only at Spar. T's and C's apply.
Deal or No Deal now plays at 7:30. Not when it used to. But adjusting is what we do. We adjust the traffic pointsmen that work, then ask for change. We adjust the conversations we don't understand and reply confidently. My thoughts exec. So this one's easy. The same show, same host, same excitement. Just later. Deal or No Deal now plays every weekday at 7:30 on SABC2. Proudly sponsored by Lotto Star.
Lotto Stars, licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18s. National Responsible Gambling Program. 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
You may not know this, but that genius, Albert Einstein, he never wore socks. Which proves that even the smartest people aren't always smart. But you can shop like an absolute genius at Decofern Furniture with unbeatable deals on office chairs, desks, and much more. Plus up to 50% off end-of-range items. Work smarter, study smarter, and definitely shop smarter at Decofern Furniture right now, in store or at decofernsa.co.za.
They said, "Hi, just wait your turn.
Hold up.
Shrink, blend in." But you were built to stand out. You don't cruise, you calculate. Sharp lines, quick feet, nimble like Mzansi traffic, focus like sneaker drops. Every rev a reminder, not to follow, but to rise. Suzuki doesn't just build hatchbacks, we build stories in motion. The Swift Baleno Celerio. For those who know, their challenge isn't a problem, it's the point.
Book a test drive at suzukiauto.co.za.
Yes.
Suzuki, for the challengers.
Ntwana, look at the wheels on that ride.
Hey, those will slap on my car when I get my cash back in just 2 years.
My cash back?
Yeah.
2 years?
Yeah, bro.
So, no waiting 3 years to get something out?
Not with my cash back from my way.
Introducing My Cashback from My Way. Stay claim-free for just 2 years and get 10% of your premiums back to live your way. Go to myway.co.za and get a quote today. My Cashback is a feature on qualifying products paid after 2 claim-free years and all premiums paid. My Way is a licensed non-life insurer and FSP. T's and C's apply.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
A man that I know, when he fights, he does not give up. He has the same name of another gentleman down in Durban with the surname of Mkwanazi, but here his name is Nhlanhla Shabalala. In this case, I mean, what mechanisms Nhlanhla failed within SAFA that led to this prolonged inaction?
As it is public knowledge, SAFA is also declared to a certain extent in their own ways to say that they are facing financial challenges at some point. Any senior counsel that they would appoint, they were refusing to work because they were owed so much money. Some of them would even work on the cases, but when they need to really release the judgment, they would hold the judgment hostage until they are paid the money. And SAFA was unable to pay the money. So then some players are sitting with judgments that are with the senior counsels that have not been released, and that is justice not realized.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW.
Evening, Rob. Hey, fresh life also. Kazakh Stars, Orlando Pirates, go last 16. Aguna upset that Rob. Aguna upset. Nabobas a straight win there. Straight win for Pagania into the quarterfinals. Great show is always Rob sharp.
You're giving them no chance, eh?
We are coming. When the game needs a voice.
Rob for president. That one, no, we are going with it.
It speaks right here on MSW, on 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live.
Yeah, it's probably about 30 minutes to go before the State of the Nation address by the President of the country. I suppose we sports lovers always sit and wait and want to find out, is there going to be anything different on the sporting front? Is Gayton McKenzie going to be given some form of mandate or not? But yeah, I guess in recent time that hasn't been quite the case. So we'll listen to everything else. But for now, we'll have a State of the Nation of a different kind. Because when this athlete speaks or does anything, the entire nation sits up and waits. There might not be a red carpet or a 20,000 gun salute. He just hears one gun and he goes, boom. There's no false start with him. And that's why this weekend the spotlight will be shifting to Pretoria, where Raw Speed will be meeting world-class ambition at the iconic Pilditch Stadium. The Simbine Classic shootout, yeah. A lot of you have been asking about it. It's back. It's bigger, it's bolder and blazing, though, with international firepower. I believe there'll be athletes from right here in Mzansi. There'll be athletes from Nigeria, Botswana, Germany, Namibia, Eswatini. And also the DRC are converging for what promises to be an explosive second leg of this electrifying annual series. There are going to be 8 events. There's 2 days, which kind of sounds to me like pure adrenaline. What about Friday night? Well, it's all about the blink and you'll miss it kind of action. And then you have Saturday. Oh, man, we go long and we go strong. It's going to be the 150 meters, 300 as well as the 600 meters, where speed kind of meets endurance. And champions being separated from contenders. So when the 600-meter runners take their mark, you can expect fireworks. Marley Falyun as well as Avive Hoboloshe leading the men's charge, former Olympic relay star Ranti Dechale in a stacked, mouth-watering lineup. But this isn't just another meet. I mean, this is pretty personal when I look at it. Kind of carrying the name of one of South Africa's fastest men ever, a global sprint icon, a trailblazer who continues to elevate the standard of African athletes. And I guess athletics as a whole. And that is why joining us fresh out of a conference, that's how busy this man is. Olympic silver medalist, Akani Simbine. Champ, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening, Rob. Hey, I think the red carpet, you really put it down for me with that intro.
Hey, the red carpet was here, my friend. You know where it is. Hey, the entire Fredman Drive was being brought to a standstill. We had to bring JMPD to, block the traffic with you coming.
Yeah. But apologies. I just finished up a sports conference now. But happy to be able to have at least a phone call chat with you. I'll make it up to you and come in studio very soon.
No problem. I understand how busy you are. We're just excited about, the Simbine Classic shootout. I mean, what does this represent for you on a personal level?
Like for me, this whole shootout started as a thing for us as elite athletes to actually break this whole stigma between athletes that are looking up to us and the actual elite athletes, just to make sure that the kids are seeing us, the kids can actually warm up with us, the kids can actually see that we are real people, and whatever they are dreaming about is actually a reality. And in this, we've been able to have a world record being broken by Udeme Okon that was done in 2023. We've had national records. We've had national records from Botswana, from Lesotho, from up in Africa. We've had Dutch records running there. And this is something that happens in front of school kids. So that keeps the dream alive for kids to stay in athletics and want to be athletes. And for me, as you said in the intro, like, athletics is something that I love and it's my passion, and I want to see it grow in South Africa. And being a part of this and being someone that is trying to do this, to me, it's amazing, man. And I'm excited for the weekend. I'm excited to start the series of the shootouts. And yeah.
I know that you are a visionary, and people obviously might not know. Every time you pop into the studio, it's not a case of, hey, Akani, thank you so much, man. Cheers, shake hands, and off to the parking lot you go. We really do spend a lot of time post the interview, you just chatting about a lot of things that you visualizing, envisioning, thinking of the future, because yours is not like an immediate thing. You could be coming back from winning silver medals at the Olympics. You land here, your mind is buzzing already. And when I looked at the Simbine Classic shootout, I wanted to ask you, I mean, when you first kind of envisioned this particular meet, I mean, what gap in South African athletics were you trying to close?
I was trying to close the gap of no high-quality meets. We didn't have high-quality meets, and we were able to put together a high-quality meet with Kiro and the podium, and being able to do that in a school program with elite athletes, giving elite athletes a full stadium full of 22,000 people in a stadium. That's a feeling that we get when we're running overseas, So it's for us, it's really great to be running in that space. I love running in at that meet, and the athletes love running at that meet. But the gap that I was trying to fill is just the fact that we needed high quality meets with a packed crowd, because that brings performances, that brings excitement, and we want that in South Africa, and we need that in South Africa, and we need to continue that trend in South Africa.
Yeah, the crowds are important because, growing up then and loving athletics and seeing, even your pole ditches of this world being packed, and it was multifaceted sporting codes, track and field that were going through. People were learning about javelin and discus and all sorts of things. But it was exciting. I mean, it's what you see when you travel, the length and breadth of Europe when you're competing. Where do you think we've missed the mark, or do you think maybe not having live television coverage of some of these meets also doesn't bring the sponsors on board? Where do you miss the mark, do you think?
There's a couple of spots, but I think the biggest one is that it's not accessible. We don't promote our sport. We don't promote our sport the way we should be promoting our sport. And me as the athlete putting these meets up, with my company, like, that's what we're trying to do: promote the sport, promote the athletes, let the athletes be seen, let the athletes be known, so that sponsors can jump on board. Because we know that without the sponsors, the athletes are not going to be able to travel. The athletes are not going to be able to perform. The athletes are not going to be able to be the world's best, because we have the talent to be the world's best here in South Africa. It's just support, the live broadcasting, the marketing of it. It's not there, and athletes have to do it themselves.
I mean, I don't know. I said it earlier on. There were stages and times, and obviously leadership is leadership. We expect different things from different leaders, but I always liken the Madiba legacy to a certain extent, the Thabo Mbeki legacy, as having absolute respect, not just when it's time to lift trophies and pack OR Tambo International Airport, bringing winners back and bringing trophies back, but the actual well-being of athletes and sportsmen and women in this country was uppermost. It would be mentioned at, State of the Nation addresses and so on, and they would invite the likes of yourselves to sit up there in the podium, get recognition, get a standing ovation, because that's how important sport is. And as we move, 25 minutes before that State of the Nation address happens, if you were to write a little love letter to the president right now, where you just want to get something off your chest and say, Mr. President, maybe you need to mention X, Y, and Z about sport so that we can bring sport uppermost and spoken about in this country again.
I think it'll be just Mr. President, come to our national championships, Let us show you the talent that we have. Come to the shootout. Let us show you the talent that is in South Africa, that is there, that is brewing, that wants to be seen. And let us feed into athletics. Let us feed into school athletics. Let us feed into the development of athletics and our athletes. That's where the Olympians come from. That's where the Olympic medals and the Olympic records and the world champions come from. We can't have so much talent and be sleeping on it and just focusing on, no shade or anything, but just be focusing on the rugbies and the footballs. Because those they have their names, they have their product, it's there. But athletics,
it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem because we wait and, Usain Bolt is going to be coming into the country, and then we lay out again the red carpet, we get excited, we bring him. Of course, he's a world athlete, he's somebody that we should revere. But all I think I might know from what I've observed is that we could have somebody of the caliber of a Usain Bolt right here in South Africa. We just don't know that.
100%. We do have. We have them. We have not just one, we have them. We have a pool of athletes that can do so well, that can do so great. Like, just for example, for this weekend, we have in the 400 hurdles, there are 5 girls that have the capability of breaking the African record, and they all come from one school.
Sure.
And literally, these are girls that are going to be the next Femke Bowles, the next Sydney McLaughlins. But if we don't tap into them and we don't support them and we don't look out for them, we're going to lose them.
5 from one school?
5 from one school. And these girls compete head-to-head all the time. And literally the African record, the national record gets broken the whole time between all 5 of these girls.
That is crazy. That really is crazy. I'm going to be taking a break. Again, I hope your battery will survive the 3-minute wait.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So good.
Because we talk. I want to talk a little bit more about what other meets they're going to be, over the weekend, and how people can get access to it and come and watch and come and see and support, etc., which I think is the main driver as well. So that's Akani Simbine. We talk about an Olympic athlete here, somebody who's been up onto the podium, brought back a silver medal, and so much more that he has done in his illustrious career. And all he's saying is that he's putting his name down. Simbine Classic shootout. And if you're traveling right now, you got a kid that's in that car who is an athlete, loves athletics, would want to see it firsthand. What a fine opportunity. So stick around, listen very, very closely. Got a world champ, man. I got a superstar on the line, Akani Simbine.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time. #MSW.
Get extra value deals from Vodacom. Get the new Honor X9D 256 gig from just $449 per month over 36 months on a 1 gig Red Core plan. Enhance your deal. Add $29 per month over 36 months and get the Honor Pad X7. Plus, 2 months free YouTube Premium. Available in-store and online. T's and C's apply. Further together. Vodacom.
This is what value sounds like. It's only natural to crave real flavor. That's why Burger King brings you the stacked King value meals. 3 bigger flame-grilled beef or chicken burgers, each served with fries and a drink of your choice. Now with a fluffier bun. Big on size, big on flavor, big on value. Get it for just $59.90 on the BK app. Burger King, flame-grilled perfection.
The Checkers Extravaganza is now on. Save extra on new deals every week. Like the new 2-ply toilet rolls 9 per pack for $59.99. Be Well blended canola and extra virgin olive oil 1 litre for $69.99. And Flora 40% light 50% regular or gold fat spread 500 grams. Any 3 for R100. Valid until 15 February 2026. Only at Checkers, Checkers Hyper or shop on 6060.
Wait, BioPlus has energy drinks? And get this, they're giving you a chance to drive away in a brand new Suzuki Jimny. Plus, grab your share of 100,000 Rand in instant prizes. Every can brings you closer to winning. Whether you're beach bound or road tripping with your crew, BioPlus energy drinks give you the energy to own your plus. Sip, enter, win. Own your plus and make your summer epic with BioPlus energy drinks. T's and C's apply.
Copy of your ID?
Sorted.
CV professionally printed and bound?
Here you go.
Wide format printing?
Handled.
Presentation packs?
We've got you. Whether it's business, studying, or everyday tasks, Postnet has you covered. From crisp black and white to vibrant color, from A4 to wide format and more, we are your one-stop copy and print solution. And with over 500 stores, we're close by. Postnet, helping you succeed.
Hey, Tamzadzi, are you 16 years or older? Register online as a voter anytime, anywhere at register2vote.elections.org.za or call 0800 11 8000. It's safe, quick and easy. To register, you must be a South African citizen, 16 years or older, and have a smart ID card, a green ID book or temporary ID certificate. Your vote is your voice. IEC, ensuring free and fair elections.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
A man that I know, when he fights, he does not give up. He has the same name of another gentleman down in Durban with the surname of Mkwanazi, but here his name is Nhlanhla Shabalala. What exactly did the High Court find to be unlawful in SAFA's conduct?
Denial of justice to the players, Robert. The players suffer where they sit with the long-awaited verdicts. I mean, some of the cases have been staggering and gathering dust, as you say, for 9 years, others it's 4 years, and SAFA is not acting on that basis. So it means players are hanging and they don't know what has to happen and they don't have justice. So there's no closure. SAFA has a responsibility to ensure that justice is accessed speedily and effectively.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. Marawa Sports Worldwide. We ask the questions they are scared to answer.
It was a mutual conversation. It was a mutual termination.
Hashtag MSW.
Good evening, Mr. Rob. It's Ulifalang here, and good evening to the MSW shoulders. And good evening to the two champions, Udeme Okon as well as Akani Simbine. First of all, man, those two gentlemen have raised the flag high in their respective, careers and recent performances. They've been doing oh so well, and I have no question for the most part. It's just to simply congratulate them for everything that they've done in the past couple of years, representing South Africa with so much honor and dignity, and actually fighting for the flag, fighting for the beautiful Republic of South Africa. Great show as always. Thanks.
Hey, Ulufalang, thank you very much indeed. Yes, the champ is still on the line, Akani Simbine. You heard there. Yeah, you're going to be chatting to our other guest, Udeme Okon, in a few minutes' time, though. But as we wrap things up with Akani, maybe just a response to that voice note.
Thank you, man. Like, for me, it's always been a big thanks to, like, the nation, the supporters, South Africa for, like, supporting us, Like, I see the support, I hear the support, and, like, the last time when I was in studio with you, Rob, I always said, I have a deep appreciation for our country, and I have a deep love for our country, and everything I do is for the upliftment of our country. And like, when you get feedback from everyone saying they see what you're doing and they appreciate it, for me it's just a pat on the back and saying, just keep on going, keep on doing it, and we'll see greater at the end of the tunnel.
You know what I love? I love creativity. And you are there on the other side of the line to explain this, because I looked at it and I saw 60 meters. There's going to be a 60-meter explosive run. I don't know. Obviously, this is something you thought about. I mean, what should fans look out for in that short burst?
It's going to be quick. It's going to be fast. So what we try to do with it is that the 60-meter right now in the athletics world is the indoor season. So that's a lot of guys are running the 60 meters. So we try to do it here outdoors. We don't have the indoor circuit, but we'll do a 60-meter outdoors and let the guys run a 60. So it's going to be very fast. And then on Saturday, we come with the 150s and the 300 and then the 600. So it's going to be even faster. I think on Saturday we have Udeme who's going to be running. And he's in really good shape. Last week he ran a 10:06 or 10:02 or something like that, which was a bit crazy. So he's in really, really, really great shape. So this is it's exciting, man. Athletics is in a very exciting space that it's in right now. We are also, this is like the shootouts and these meets that we're doing this weekend is also a lead up to our big race that we have on the 28th of April called the Simbine Classic. This is the international race where we have a lot of the international stars that are going to come and race in South Africa for the first time. So we're looking forward to that. Yes.
Are you kind of breaking? Are you breaking the story? You're breaking it like you're just eat some more, boss. I mean,
yes, you're actually the first person to hear this. We haven't broken the news, but
wow,
yes,
that sounds great. Tell me more.
Yeah, so World Athletics has asked us to put an international meet here in South Africa, and this has come also the development of the shootouts that we've been doing. And they've given us now the opportunity to host this, and we are going to be hosting an international meet that falls part of the Continental World Tour on the 28th of April. So, yeah, we'll be having all the international guys running here in South Africa before they go to Botswana for World Relays on the weekend.
Are you able to drop a name?
I'll drop a name when I come in studio.
Okay.
So let's make it happen soon.
All right. No, we're going to make athletics a beautiful thing again. I was about to say something that would have sounded like a certain, White House chap that sits there. We're not going to make it great again. We're just going to make athletics exciting again. So
making athletics great in South Africa.
No, it has to be. It has to be. And I don't know, just the final words, we're getting social media here, people saying just reiterate the where, the time, etc. They would really love to. What does it take to go in? Do they need to go purchase tickets? Maybe just break that down before I let you go.
Okay, so this weekend, actually, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, we'll be having our shootout at the Primedia Stadium in Pretoria. Tickets, you can buy them at the gate, but only by card. So I'm hoping to see everybody there. I'm hoping to see a packed stadium again. Every year we have a packed stadium. We pack Primedia out to 22,000 people. So we're hoping to do that again this weekend. And yeah, if they want tickets, they can go on howler.co.za. That's HOWLER.co.za. Podium Grand Finale 26.
I love your work, sir. I love your work. See you in studio soon. We'll do a post-mortem of everything that happens over the weekend. But best of luck, man. I'm excited about it, and I'm sure South Africans will be too. And let's get all those bums on seats.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I'm keen to see everyone come out and support athletics and support the younger kids running, and supporting the seniors running, and just actually supporting athletics as a whole. We are an athletic country. We are a super fast country, and let's support these athletes and show them that we have their backs.
Let's get you, man, Matota. Akani Simbine.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate you too, bro. See you soon.
All right, so that's our Olympic champ, silver medalist, Akani Simbine. I love his vision. I love what he's doing. He's thinking future. He's also recognizing that we can't be wasting all of this talent. And talking about talent, he's just mentioned somebody he'll tell me the exact time last week of what he ran. Because, we've spoken about the vision. We've also spoken about the platform. But now, though, we're going to be speaking To the power, though, on the track, and that's why this weekend at the Pilgit Stadium, that's when the 300 meters explodes out of the blocks, where speed kind of meets the strength and strategy meets survival. Now, one name, we've mentioned it already, that kind of stands out in that stacked lineup. He's a young man. I mean, he's fearless. He's carrying serious momentum into the Simbine Classic shootout, and the man who also represents the new wave of African sprint excellence. Sharp, very confident, and also ready to test himself against the very, very, very best that there is out there, from international stages to, Pretoria Spotlight. And he's here to make that statement. He's on the line as well. Udeme Okon, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Robert. How are you doing?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited to be chatting to you. I know we were supposed to do it in studio, but we'll set aside another time. Are you excited about this weekend?
I'm definitely excited. Obviously, the field is going to be very tough. Going out there against, top athletes like Fele, Mtinti Nkulu, we just want to go out there and, show the kids as well that I'm going to be at the Curo podium that, hey, we're out here as the seniors. We want to give you guys a nice show.
But for you personally, what does it mean to compete at an event now that's hosted by an active global superstar like Akani Simbine?
Hey, it's a good feeling. I won't even lie, because, at least we're getting the invite, from a quality athlete like Akani, a guy that has been, representing the country for a long time, getting medals for us, So it's just a thing of, we should go out there as the athletes and that, hey, we're in a big stage now, getting invited by Akani. So let's go out there and put on a show.
300 meters, explain. What's the thinking? Sometimes you look at a 300-meter dash and you say, it's a bit of a brutal one, though. You got to admit it's a little bit too long to sprint flat out. At times you look at it as too short to pace. What's your strategy?
Obviously, the strategy is, for me, the 300 is basically similar to the 200 for me. It's quick for me as well. It's another thing where, for me, I know that I can hold speed for a long time. So as long as I know how to conserve that speed, if I can say for that whole 300 meters, it becomes easier for me. But for me, I feel as if, like I said, the 300 is more easier for me compared to going up to the big runs like the 400, where, now you have to run a good race strategy. Otherwise, you can either burn out or, stay far behind.
400 is your bread and butter, man. You're a junior world 400-meter champion, eh? That's your bread and butter. Just now, it's going to be mine as just 100 meters. That's going to be exciting to watch. I'm really looking forward to it. And Akani mentioned something. I think we were just putting you on the line then. He talked about your crazy time that you clocked. You said he wasn't sure if it's a 10:06. Tell us more about that. When was that?
It was last week, Saturday, at Jameson Stadium, CJ League Meet number 2. I ran the 100-meter there. Obviously, it was just like a season opener for me and my training group, basically. So I just went out there, obviously, executed perfectly. Not perfectly, but, I went out there. And then, obviously, I looked at the time when I was getting close to the finish line, and I saw 8, 9. As soon as I saw 10, I just pointed at the clock, and I saw it was a 10:06. And then that was the unofficial time, and the official time was the 10:07. So, I think I got a lot of messages from 100-meter athletes saying that, hey, we don't come to the 400 and run quick times. Why are you coming to 100-meter? What's your problem? What is your problem? So I was just like, hey, guys, for me, honestly, that was my season opener. It was a good feeling as well, knowing that the hard work that I've put in throughout December, November, is finally paying off. And obviously looking into, a season where I'm looking to gain a lot of experience, running against the seniors again, gaining that, like I said, experience and just going out there and doing what I enjoy.
I go back to one of the greatest races I've seen you run in, 2 years ago in Lima in Peru, where there were these great American runners in front of you, and you sorted them out in that under 20 champs. Do you play that back in your mind? Because if I'm not mistaken, you were all of 18 years old then?
Yes. No, definitely. It was a moment in my life where it totally changed my career, obviously. Now moving into, because I knew that obviously that was the junior ranks, moving to the senior ranks, knowing that, it would have been more competitive because, in the junior it was a bit easier for us, Now in the seniors, running against the likes of like Pele, like Kitinen, and those guys, they give good competition, So in that moment, I remember looking at those Americans. Because I don't know if Agani maybe you've heard in interviews how the Americans are, how competitive they are, trying to get into your head. They'll speak bad things, all of that. But I just knew on that day, on the final, I just knew, I don't care about what they're gonna say, I'm just gonna go out there and show how hard I worked. And obviously that got me that gold medal, of course.
Sure. I mean, does your older football-loving, playing brother, Udeme Okon, does he know how good you are? Does he come and support you?
Yeah, he comes and supports me till this day. He feels as if he's faster than me. I keep telling him he should come to the track. I keep telling him he should come to the track one day. We can have a shootout, our own shootout. Okon shootout, and we can show each other who's the fastest. Because he constantly says, he's faster than me. And I say it's okay, but obviously the support from him is also there as we both motivate each other, He motivates me in certain aspect. I motivate him, to keep going, so yeah.
Oh, I think we should actually have that shootout. We should plan this properly.
Definitely.
No, we should. Now that you're talking about it, my face just lit up. I'm like, yeah. Let's make this happen. Just finally, though, I mean, I'm picturing this. Were you lining up against some of the big names, like Pele, Tim Kulu as well? What is that to you? I mean, is it adding pressure? Or does that fuel you up?
I don't know how I can say this, but honestly, it's competition. It's just, for me, I find it very. I like the fact that I'm going to have this much type of competition. So for me, I'm very excited, if I can say. I'm very, very excited to go out the likes of them. Obviously, we're going to be showing each other who's been working the hardest throughout December, November. So I'm excited, if I can say. I don't want to say anything or call out times or call out anyone, but, it's just a thing of letting the track do the talking.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Udeme Okon, you know what? Proud of you, my brother. And keep up the good work. Have a super time over the weekend, eh?
Thank you. We'll do. I'll make sure to
I'll see
you
soon.
guys know. Yeah. All right.
All right, Babette. Thank you so much, man. That's Udeme Okon joining us right here on #MSW as the Junior World 400-meter champion. My goodness. Is he talented or is he talented?
Good evening, MSW stakeholders. Oh no, what's happening? Sean Dyke gone. Yeah, Azaduma straight. Man United, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, migrants. Good Lord.
Yeah, so Jim Ratcliffe, I think those utterances that he made about immigrants, everybody has said their say. And I do believe that this afternoon he's issued an apology, but if you missed it...
Do you feel unpopular at the moment?
Well, I've been very unpopular at Manchester United, because of, we'd made lots of changes there. But it's a tough job, and I think you have to do some difficult things with the UK to get it back on track, because you can't have an economy with 9 million people on benefits and huge levels of immigrants coming in. I mean, the UK is being colonised.
It's been colonised?
It'll cause... Well, yeah. The UK has been colonised by immigrants, really, isn't it?
The UK being colonised by immigrants. Let that sink in. It's been colonised by immigrants. UK. Okay, who's the biggest colonizer globally? But yeah, he says, I'm very sorry that my choice of language has offended some people in the UK and Europe and caused concern, but it is important to raise the issue of controlled and well-managed immigration and supports economic growth. My comments were made while answering questions about the UK policy at the European Industry Summit in Antwerp, where I was discussing the importance of economic growth, job skills, and manufacturing in the UK. My intention was to stress that government must manage migration alongside investment in skills, industry, and jobs so that long-term prosperity is shared by everybody. It is critical that we maintain an open debate on the challenges facing the UK. Yeah, he's apologized, but it's one of these wishy-washy apologies. But anyway, nothing wishy-washy with the show tomorrow. Join us then. This has been Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
The thrill, The drama, the action.
Let the game begin.
Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets. #MSW. Live now on 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. At the same time. #MSW.